Blessing, generations of God, blessing. This is heaven. On the prayer that I called building a cycle for you to win. Our lives, they are tied, you understand, by the cycles of the enemy. Do you understand? The enemy has released layers of cycles of our lives to bind our lives, to bind our destinies, to bind our what? To bind our blessings. Do you understand? To bind us knowing God and having an intimate with God. You understand? Bind us with the power of sin. So now, because of this, we must do a reversal now by building a cycle. Do you understand? When you're saying, okay, Father, I'm going to start Holy Spirit with 3 hours. I'm going to build a cycle of 3 hours. You understand? You're going to build a cycle of 3 hours for 7 days. Do you understand? That's the cycle. 3 hours for 7 days. You pray up until the what? The 7 days. On the 7th day, you're going to cut a certain cycle that the enemy has hold you. Do you understand? You might not cut the cycle with what? You might not cut the cycle in the 2nd day, in the 3rd day, in the 4th day, but you can cut the cycle with what? With the 7th day. Because why? The Holy Spirit knows the building of the cycles of the enemy over our lives. Do you understand? So when we have this insight about, okay, Holy Spirit, this week I want to break a cycle where the enemy has what? Has bounded me 7 times. Do you understand? Because as the enemy is very wise, and he uses the same wiseness of the spirit that is by God to inflict us. Do you understand? So when you do that, I say, okay, whatever that the enemy has bound me 7 times, I'm going to reverse it, and I'm going to pray by building up a cycle of what? Of 3 hours, 7 days, of 7 hours per day, 7 days. And then when you do that faithfully, you begin to break that certain cycle over your life. That is when you'll be able to what? To win. And that is when you'll be able to see God. That is when the cycles over your life by the darkness are being will be able to be broken. Do you understand, children of God? So it's not always that you have to pray 1 day, 2 days. No. Build a cycle by saying a month of November, I'm gonna pray for 30 days. You are destroying cycles there. And the month of December, I'm gonna pray for 7 days. You are destroying a certain cycle there. Do you understand? That God is gonna show you in the spirit that by this prayer of 7 days, because you were faithful, these are the cycles that you have broken over your life. Do you understand, children of God? This is heaven on a prayer that I called building and breaking cycles of darkness over your life. You are blessed, children of God.